This program features live coverage of an African safari and may include animal kills and carcasses. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good morning. Welcome to the dawn. Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome aboard the sun. We've got just off of our open area. Try to give us a slip, but we were wise to movements and we caught up with it. Hello, everybody. Good morning. My name is Steve Folgerbridge. I'm joined by Marcello on camera this morning, and we're out and about in what is a really quite warm, considering yesterday morning was pretty fresh. Today it is feeling nice and warm. No, it's starting to come. It's starting to come. The sun is starting to come. Well, the Koki Franklin is there, but it's really up to you. But the sun is starting to peak on the eastern horizon. It's a little bit later than it was yesterday, because we started with the sun yesterday, everybody, if you recall, from this exact spot. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Wherever you find yourself, please do join in the conversation on Twitter, on the chat stream. We'd love to hear from you on Catterday. Good morning, Caitlin. Jump on board. There's plenty of room on the back. Largest safari vehicle in the world. And we're about in the thick of it. We're going to check the open area here. We're going to head towards Gowrie Dam. And then just have a look and see if anything has been moving around. We'll take it from there. Happy Brett. I've also got my coffee. And I'm also so ready for Catterday. A couple of starlings calling. Okay, well, I think it's going to be a nice, warm and sunny day today, but let's go see what the weatherman has to say.
Good morning, everybody. Yes, my name is Cedric, and behind the camera with me, we've got Muscles and Paw, and he's a teddy bear, and we are on a mossy. So I am trying to get towards Chitwa. Apparently, they said they've got some lions outside, so I'm hoping that we just trying. I do apologize. I'm already on the radio, trying to take some standbys, and everything is happening this morning. So yeah, let's see if I can get that opportunity to do that. There's so much communication and so much talking on the radio at the moment. I don't even get the chance to do that, but we'll see. Stations, can I get a standby for those in Gala on Chitwa, please? No, it's just that I can't, I'm not, this it sounds like I just heard static, that's it. Thank you. All right, sorry guys, we're just trying to, Jordan, I'm just trying to get into this sighting for these lions. It's just so much chaos at the moment. DJ Lex, it would be on Saturday, Cat Today, it would be lovely. So yeah, that's why we're trying to get into the sighting, and being on standby one, I have to control, so I have to be on the radio all the time. Standing by.
I'm into that lock because she's going west, so I don't know what you lock.
Yeah, I'm coming through the Mulawati Gary Main.
Okay, go in there with Stephen, I'll take number one. She's going west, so joint plan.
Alright, copy. I'll go there, thanks. So we're just going to try and get to this line because you might be crossing over into another property, so I'm going to try and get there beforehand. All right, well, we're going to try and get to that lion sighting. Let's head over to Eric as he wants to say good morning to everybody.
Good morning everybody, and welcome back to another sunrise safari here at Amakhala Private Game Reserve in the southern parts of the Eastern Cape, South Africa, where you are with us live as we are now driving through this beautiful environment of ours in search for, and I'm sure everybody's going to know, our elephant herd. As some of you may know, there was an elephant birth yesterday morning, we believe, and we saw that beautiful little bundle of joy yesterday afternoon. So we're going to head back in the direction of those ellies, or where they could potentially be, in the hopes that we can maybe get a little update on this little man or this little girl's journey so far. Usually elephants are born throughout the early hours of the morning, but we sort of deemed that one impossible. Well, not impossible, but we're very, very sure that that baby was born sometime between us leaving them in the morning yesterday at about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and us getting to them at about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. So sometime in between there, excuse me, my goodness, the attack of the sneezes. Sometime in between those hours, we believe that little bundle of joy was born. So we want to head back there this morning and see what's going on. Bit chilly this morning, at 1 degree warmer than yesterday. Doesn't feel like it, but it is. Now, I haven't seen too much. We have seen that there is one Ellie bull that is on the western side of the reserve.
Join the Wild Earth YouTube superfan community and unlock a world of additional perks. Get exclusive early access or discounts to Wild Earth travel deals. Wear the best bush attire with merchandising discounts. Enjoy an interactive live monthly private safari. Don't miss out on the ultimate fan experience. Join the YouTube Superfan community today.
Explore the untamed valleys and thickets with Ralph Kirsten.
Beautiful.
Or venture into the wild with Eric Barnard.
I will take you to my favorite places, show you my favorite animals, share the best stories, and you will definitely be able to watch the stars.
There are only 6 places available on each safari. For more information and to secure your seat, contact Wild Earth Travel.
Do you sometimes imagine what Wild Earth would be like without adverts? A chance to properly immerse yourself in nature without any interruptions. Sign up to be an explorer for a small monthly fee and you can truly escape into the wilderness. Ad-free viewing is now available on our app as well as on our website. Wild Earth, it's in your nature.
To the picture, and then that's when they sort of went off the road, and then we didn't see them anymore. DJ Lex, it was crazy. Words could not describe how happy I was. They really could not. I couldn't even talk. My heart was in my throat, preventing any form of sense coming out of my mouth. Okay, I'm very excited to see. Now, I'm trying to figure out where they're potentially going to be. They were heading in a direction that looked like they were coming west, but they were heading sort of northwest, which is a bit tricky to try and figure out which direction they're heading from there, because once they get to the bottom of a slope, after heading a little bit northwest, they can either go west or they can go straight north or east, actually. And if they go east, they go down into the basin. The lion's in the basin. I don't think they're going to want to be there now with that little baby. They may want to stay up here. I think it would be brighter for them to stay up here. So we definitely going to have a look around in all the thicket areas and water holes around this area and see. Maybe we get a little bit lucky. And even if we find footprints, that'll be the best.
Welcome back, everyone. We found some female leopard tracks probably from last night. They seemed like they got driven on. They came from Gowrie Dam up towards the open area where we were. Now, I know Tlalamba loves to come to our open area every now and again, do some impala shopping. We didn't really see anything up on the top there. I'm just going to check around Tambeta, see if she cut through. It might not even be her, it might be someone else, but it's very typical for Tlalamba. And it's also typical for her, if she's not successful, to just go all the way back. Checking these very particular routes. Looking in the trees. Anna Marie, would be nice, wouldn't it, to see I'd like to see Tlalamba. I've been here for 10 days already and I haven't seen her. She's really playing hard to get for me. It's alright. When we get her, it's going to be special. For now, all I know is the tracks of a female leopard, but it was from last night, I think, because they were driven on, and no one else has been here apart from yesterday late evening. Cedric finished the show probably around Gary Dam. You know, that sort of dusk time, the cats love to come to the open area up here. With Impala and Rut, it's a good time for them. I think coming back down this way, Joey, it's about suitable habitat. You know, they must have access to water and access to sites, and then access to suitable amounts of food, if not enough food. So, for example, here in the Kruger, where we've got an abundant food, the leopard territory is probably a third of the size of a leopard territory in the Kalahari. They've got to go much larger to secure their food resource. So those are prerequisites, and generally river lines form a very nice natural boundary. Obviously the introduction of roads and water points have changed a lot of that, but that's also changed the availability of animals. So we'll often find our cats using a river as a territorial boundary, walking along the game paths on either side of that river. That works very, very well. So essentially a major river, and you'll have territories along that, and males 3 times the size of females here, and so pretty much 3 females in the territory of a male. Okay, well, we're going to carry on here, just scratching around Tambeta camp area, see if we can get any sign of this cat. Send you over to Cedric on the move.
Thank you, Steve. A nice elephant here for the morning. A big male, and then a family just to the right of him, all busy feeding on this pushed over a marula tree. And they're slowly just enjoying all the little fresh shoots and the nice little fresh branches that's right on top. But I was going to make my way to a lion sighting. She is, unfortunately, went into Little Gari, but she is moving now towards where we are now. So I'm just going to wait here very patiently to see if this lion does not come across to where we are now. So, it's going to be chaos here because there's a lot of vehicles up and down here and waiting. So I'm just keeping my ears open. I can actually hear them just south of us here. Yeah. So we might have to, if she does cross over into Juma, we'll have to follow her just to keep her for the other vehicles. But how nice is this? Just to sit here with some elephants for the morning so far. Pauline, beautiful start. You can see a nice female youngster. Oh, you can hear the vehicles here. And then there's a big boy as well. Big male. Very relaxed. As you can see, they're all just enjoying a good old early morning breakfast here. And even this little one next to the big male, this male actually is so big that he dwarfs this youngster. Sherry. Yes, very tiny tusks. They're so cute. They're very, very, very cute little tusks. Coming out at least about 4 or 5 years old, and start seeing them. I can just hear the vehicles here now, just south of us. So I'm just letting Jordan know that we might have to change in plans here and try and get to this lioness, because I am in a lineup for this lion. Oh, but she's loving those nice fresh branches of the marula tree. And all very relaxed here at the moment, very, very relaxed. I always say, starting off a drive with elephants, well then you know it's going to be a stellar of a drive. We've got some more members coming here, some more youngsters. And clearly if that lioness hears the elephants crunching away here, she won't come this side. She'll rather try and avoid these elephants at all costs. Well, at least they're using most of this marula tree. Sometimes they just push over the marula tree or the knob thorns and they just leave it there. At least they are making most of it. They're standing by. Alright, I'm just still on Gary Maney. I think it'll met with me behind. Yeah, so yeah, we'll move that side. Copy. Thanks, Clayton. Alright, let's move a little bit. So we're just going to try and keep this lioness, Rimple. Alright. Alright, let's go and take a look at a clip talking all about elephants.
Elephants have fascinated us for so long because they display the same social complexities and full emotional range of our own human species. Mothers, sisters, cousins, and aunts live in herds while the bulls wander the wilderness as bachelors. Cows live in the same herd from birth until the end of their life, some 60 years later. The herd is led by the oldest and wisest female, the matriarch. She's not only responsible for leading the herd, but also dishing out discipline to the often unruly teenagers.
We should probably prepare to move fairly quickly.
Wild Earth presents Safari Spotlight, your front row seat to the wonders of the wild. Join our expert naturalists each week as they guide you on an unforgettable journey through the heart of nature.
Looks like this female came out here.
What a privilege to be here.
Subscribe to the Wild Earth YouTube channel and never miss a moment of the adventure. Wild Earth, connecting with nature. Are you ready for the adventure of a lifetime? Discover the magic of Africa with Wild Earth Travel. From a big cat safari to a jungle trek with gorillas, picture yourself floating down the Zambezi River or witnessing the breathtaking wildebeest migration. At Wild Earth Travel, we turn your bucket list into reality. Don't just dream it, live it. Plan your incredible life-changing journey with Wild Earth Travel today. Did you know that the Wild Earth team makes weekly behind the safari content. Would you like to get to know the Wild Earth family better? See how we live.
This is Igor's bedroom.
Learn about our production process. And see the antics that happen off camera. Sign up to be an explorer and you will get access to all this content and more.
I smell an elephant. We're gonna just take a little drive around here and see what we can find. Apparently someone said there may have been tracks of the herd. Okay, no, that's not tracks. That's something else. Nonetheless, we're here in the Dune Forest. We're looking for our elephants this side. Now, something important that I made a mistake yesterday. I thought that the female that had given birth to the baby was Bongani, because Bongani has no tusks. But she's also the daughter of Baluleka, who's the oldest, not the oldest, one of the oldest member in B family, the second oldest lady on Amakala. Yep, elephants were here. I can see their tracks. Second oldest matriarch on Amakala. I thought it was her baby that had given birth, but it wasn't, because Bongani has a cut on her left ear. It's not a deep cut, it's just a small little kind of cut that almost looks like a V. Now, upon looking back at some of the footage that we took yesterday of this mother and her beautiful little baby, I discovered that there is no cut on the ear. It's more of a fold. And the lady that has the fold on the ear is Ayabonga, and she's part of the A family, and she's one that I hadn't really noticed wasn't part of B family. She's very quiet. You don't normally see her at the front of the herd. And if this is her baby, potentially, this would make it her firstborn, as I don't believe she has any others. So the subadult that was hanging around could potentially be a sibling subadult, or yeah, I think that little youngster, I don't know if it's hers or not, but now Ayabonga is the name of the mother, so it's not a B family baby, it is an A family baby. I do apologize for any inconvenience that this may have caused. We got very excited yesterday when we saw it, and first thing that I thought was, this must be Bongani. But yeah, even though the two elephants look alike, there's just one little minor difference that makes it all different, really. But yeah, okay. So I've seen tracks of what looked like a whole family had crossed over here. So I'm gonna have a look in this area. Anna Marie, I probably yesterday was the closest to actually seeing an elephant birth. Now, if we'd stuck with them the whole time, we may have been able to get lucky and seen it, but because they went down into the valley, it was a little bit difficult. But no, I've never seen one. It's still on my list, on my bucket list to see. Along with, it was to see a newborn, hours, not days, hours old baby, and yeah, that dream came true yesterday. So the next one is to see the birth itself, and I've never seen anything give birth except for a giraffe, and that it wasn't even giving birth. It was like, it was halfway through, but it was taking quite some time, and it was taking more time than what we had. No, sort of. Thought we had some more tracks over there. Turns out, no. They crossed over that way coming this way, but they must have gone through the block here to Anything you say, we're following. Whereas it is. It's very nice. But early Amakala is... My hat is falling off. Sorry. Early Amakala is chilly Amakala. I've got my socks all the way up here. I feel like a schoolboy again. But glad that we're out here early, because the early bird does catch the worm. And that is our plan. And our little worm is this little Ellie baby. As well as the rest of the babies. The other babies are cute as well, but this one is like... It's like we're comparing puppies to adults. Adult dogs. The other dogs are cute, but a puppy's much cuter. Anyway, we're going to continue looking for our Ellies. In the meantime, we'll send you back up to Steve, up in Djuma.
Thanks, Eric. And well, tracks of that female leopard popped out by Tambeta, but I haven't seen again where they've popped out. So we've just come down onto the famous road called Ingwe Alley, and it's quite amazing actually that this mud wallow has grown in the last 2 years. It was actually so much smaller. I don't think it would have been this deep. Do you remember, Marcella? It's like just in this last season, huge amounts of mud. So obviously an elephant or a buffalo gets their body in here. They pick this up on their body, they take it away with them, and then it ends up out there. And so this just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And I don't recall this being as deep as it is now. I remember it being just a little. Then the elephants also, they come in and do their kicking. That pushes mud out the side, rolling on it. You can just imagine how much mud comes out just on my shoe if I step out of here and walk away. An elephant's picking up all of that. So this is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but it's a natural occurrence. And these mud wallows are instrumental for the life of many animals out here, namely rhino, warthog, elephant and buffalo. A lot of insects, our potter wasps will use the mud, this specific mud over here, for making their little galls. And many of our... There we go, you can still see it's very muddy. And a lot of our swallows, martins that breed here will use this. Lucy, well, this will be a pan. It is a pan, a seasonal pan, and will just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And because we're low down in the landscape, this is where the clay is accumulating. There's this leadwood sitting over here, and it's accumulating here, and so this is going to get bigger and bigger. And yes, it won't ever be a dam per se, because a dam is essentially something that has been created with an inflow from a river, and then they've dammed it. That's essentially what a dam is. But a pan is a naturally, seasonally filling up puddle, essentially, and this puddle is turning into a much larger puddle, and it's just fed from the rain. There's no river coming in, and there's no berm to prevent the water from going out. It just sort of sits here, and this is where our animals are having fun. There's still a little bit of activity of elephant over here, but it is well and truly, well, nearly well and truly over for now. Remember, just last cycle we were here with this was full of water. Elephants were feeding on this. Well, we had a wonderful time with them hanging out here. Slowly but surely the erosion is moving that sediment further away. So it'll wake up in the morning, little dwarf sage. Kimberley, they will wallow in winter if the mud is available. You saw yesterday, 2 days ago, I had that big male elephant. That mud is available, so he'll use it. At the middle of the day is not that cold out here. The middle of the day is actually quite nice and fresh. Not nice and fresh, it's actually nice and warm. So wallowing animals will, if they can come across mud. But essentially, these sort of puddles are seasonal. These sort of puddles are the rainy season. So having them still active in May is quite late into the season. But yeah, if there's mud available, animals will wallow. It's just the availability of it. And normally in the dry season, hence the name, the mud is dry. The wallowing is not just to cool them down, it's also to eradicate parasites and ticks. And this Ingwe Alley Road has got a number of these little pans along the system. Anna Marie, it seems like everybody feels that way. See, this one's still got water in it. So this one's going to perpetuate for a little bit longer. Anna Marie, I get off the vehicle all the time. I actually go on 5-6 day walks where I'm nowhere near a vehicle. And there's oh my word moments happen every now and again. But the reality, everyone, when you're tracking an animal, the chances of you finding them are there. I've also tracked many animals and not found them, but sometimes they're closer than you think. The one comment on that oh my word video, it's always got me laughing, is the tracks are fresh when the lion's foot is still in them. You see, so these little pans and wallows are still active, and animals will still be drinking from here, still be splashing from here, and when that dries up, it will then turn into mud and then eventually cake over like the one we just saw. But this has been rain fed from the previous little flash of rain that we had. And well, we love documenting water, we love watching water, because after all, water is the currency of life.
Water is a fundamental resource for all creatures. In the wild, water sources are the sites for an array of activities. In the southern parts of Africa, the dense thickets and lush greenery dwindle and crisp up with the winter season. Making watering holes a gathering spot for grazers and a potential hunting spot for predators. But the giants of the Lowveld never disappoint when visiting their local watering hole. Elephant trunks are generally amusing appendages, but are particularly entertaining when used to quench their thirst or cool themselves down. In East Africa, the Mara River is infamous for the treacherous task it presents to the migration herds. However, it is also home to a variety of winged, scaled, and wadding animals. It serves a necessary purpose, but also allows for moments of sheer joy and fun.
Alright, well, as you can see, there's another vehicle going into Little Gurry here at Baboon Pan, and we are still waiting for this lioness to come out. And I was hoping she was coming straight north to here, but it seems like she's turned a little bit west, so we're going to just play the patient game here at the moment. So she's exactly where that vehicle is stopping now. That's where she is. She's just gone in there. I can see he's reversing, and he's going in. She's going a little bit further west. I'm just hoping she decides to pop out here anytime soon. Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes you've got to play this patient game, you know. It is Saturday Cataday, and I'm in the lineup, and, you know, we cannot control animals, you know. This is all unscripted stuff, and, well, you know, we've just got to go with it and see if we get any luck with these animals coming onto Juma. So I'm hoping that this lioness, I don't know who it is, she's been contact calling quite a bit. So they think that there might be other lions in the area, and she's on a mission. She's really on a mission.
We have an exciting announcement. Wild Earth is launching a YouTube membership program. For a nominal monthly fee, members get an ad-free channel, prioritized questions, early access to videos, and many more perks. You'll get fun features like badges and emojis that'll make you stand out in the chat. YouTube memberships will help us to continue with our mission of connecting people with nature while giving you access to lots of our amazing content.
Get ready for an adventure of a lifetime. Wild Earth Travel is proud to launch a brand new grand tour. Backed by popular demand, join us for an unforgettable experience where you'll meet Wild Earth presenters from past and present, participate in an exclusive rhino conservation project, and even take a masterclass in wildlife filming. And of course, you'll get up close and personal with your favorite animal characters. Book your spot now and dive into the wild with Wild Earth Travel. Stay up to date with the latest happenings at Wild Earth. Discover what goes on behind the scenes and get a weekly recap of the best moments on the channel.
He's got it! And he's straight up a tree!
Sign up to be an explorer and receive our newsletter written just for you and sent straight to your inbox every week. Wild Earth Explorers, a club for people who are passionate about nature.
Thank you for joining us and have a fantastic morning.
My goodness, it's Saturday today. It's the weekend. It's going to be 22 degrees Celsius today. So it could be anything from about 22 to 25, plus minus. I think it's going to be a warm day. I think it's going to be a great day.
Just going to give the lens a little...
No, I was just going to wipe the lens one more time there. Just to clear up. Oh, look at that. The layer of mountains, layer by layer by layer. How cool. Very, very cool. And then there's also some birds. Lots of birds making noises this morning. It's quite nice. Most of them okay, the Cape turtle dove there. And it sounds like what are they? Sunbirds. Now you know what? It's not a sunbird. I've made this mistake before. It's a fiscal flycatcher. When I was studying, we were doing the bird calls. It was the standard bird calls for your level 1, and once there was one or two bird calls. It was actually it was one bird call that I could not figure out for the love of me what it was. So I eventually said it was a sunbird, but it actually was a flycatcher. So 50 indeed. I wouldn't say they're always top notch, but when the sunrise is nice, it is beautiful. Because sometimes there's always thick clouds on the horizon, preventing us from seeing anything at that stage. And now that it's not really thick clouds, these are thin, very light clouds, and they're not going to affect the sunrise too much. And it's just starting to warm up, which is also quite nice because, my goodness, our hands are frozen. Having to pry them off the steering wheel because they're frozen around it. But this is the behavior. This is the type of weather we're going to be receiving throughout the whole winter, so we best get used to it now.
Not even winter yet.
It's not even winter. It's the end of autumn. I can't imagine what midwinter is going to be like. Going to be cold. I'm sure it's going to create amazing sightings for animals. You know, animals will move around a lot more when it's cold because, you know, it takes a lot less for them to overheat. So animals like your lions, your cat, your cheetahs, your leopards, I find you get better sightings of them in the winter than we do in the summer. Because in the summer, they're spending most of the time sleeping because it's too hot. They've got to sit underneath the tree. What else are you going to do if you're sitting underneath the tree other than sleep? But in the winter, they're a little bit more active during the day because it's colder. You know, they're not going to overheat as easily. And I found last year we had some decent sightings throughout the winter. And it was quite cool because we were watching the sub-adult lions, you know, learn to hunt, and, you know, them trying to help the adults take down prey, and that was pretty cool. It was nice to be able to see that because I don't think we would have been able to have seen it in the summer. Most of the time, also in the summer, they do a lot of the hunting in the bushes that they're lying around. Like, they'll disappear in the dune thicket, and they won't go hunting on like an open patch because they'll find a warthog that's like probably it's just come out of his burrow somewhere in amongst the thicket there, and they'll hear this, they'll stalk it. And that's exactly what happened to us not too long ago, where we were following the lions and they went and chased the warthog and killed it out of sight from anybody. So no one was able to see them on the warthog, but we could hear it. We could hear the warthog was not happy. I'm going to leave this beautiful sunset and wait for it to get higher in the sky to start warming us up. In the meantime, we're sending you back to Steve to have a look, see what he's up to.
Thanks, Eric. Well, we've just been working in this area a little bit more, and we've come across a lone impala. Now I had tracks of the female running on the road where I am now. When we came around earlier, I was backtracking them for a little bit, but we've come back to that area and we've got this very jumpy impala on its own. It's a youngster. It's been separated from the rest of the herd, wherever they are. And she's got loads of flies on her head. Well, she did anyway. We know the feeling, girl. They've been attracted to us as well. Very stressful being on their own. These herd animals aren't used to being on their own. Margot, well, when a predator hunts a herd, the herd scatters. Invariably, they talk about the metatarsal glands on an impala's hind feet, which are supposed to give off some sort of pheromone which enables the herd to reconfigure, refine themselves. But sometimes individuals run off in the wrong direction and then they get isolated. And because they're on their own, they don't want to make any noise. They want to try find the rest of the herd, and they've got to do so visually now. And at the same time, there was probably a leopard. Well, the tracks in the road to indicate that there most certainly was a leopard here. How long ago? It's hard to say, but it feels like not very long ago, considering that she's still incredibly nervous. But sometimes those nerves can be attributed to the fact that she is on her own. If she does see one, she will alarm call. It's often very helpful for us because, well, in this long grass habitat here we can't see much. Liam, I mean, that would be interesting to see, wouldn't it? But with the impala being as vigilant as it is like that, a leopard will just be crouched down somewhere. But if the impala walks closer to it like that, it'll just crouch down even lower. And then when it's in striking range, will hunt. But the leopard won't necessarily move now unless it's got cover or it's behind a bush or it's able to sneak up on the impala. The impala is very vigilant. Look at those ears, those eyes, very, very vigilant, scanning. Big steps to try to get through the long grass. And all the while its body is poised to explode off in any direction. Nice and concealed there. I'm just going to go back a little bit. Darkmane lover, we hope she finds her family. Yeah, she will. But the herd gene is actually made up of all those individuals who get lost or move away, get eaten. So that's what's led to the herd gene becoming so strong is those who stay in herd have a higher chance of successfully breeding, higher chance of then passing on that herd gene. Now we know the saying that everybody talks about sheep. The sheep all follow each other. It's because the early sheep that were
This is On Safari.
Explore the untamed valleys and thickets with Ralph Kirsten.
Beautiful.
Or venture into the wild with Eric Barnard.
I will take you to my favorite places, show you my favorite animals, share the best stories, and you'll definitely be able to watch the stars.
There are only 6 places available on each safari. For more information and to secure your seat, contact Wild Earth Travel.
All aboard the SS Wild Earth for 3 nights of oceanic exploration. Trishada Naidu will be your trusty captain.
Just take that in for a moment.
As we delve deep into the blue abyss. Explorers and YouTube members, grab your wetsuits, snorkels and goggles and jump aboard for commotion in the ocean.
I'm hoping progress has been made, but we have not seen anything as of yet. The last time we saw tracks were still down that way, so we're heading in that direction. Just go and have a look at them one more time and see, in which direction they're going. Okay, no need to head all the way back there. We've got some tracks here. And they seem... Say again? Oh, Morgan's dropping an ND there. Got some tracks on the road here, right in front of us. You may get some heat waves from the car, because the vehicle is warm. Look at that. Now that is that small little one there, in the middle. I think that's the 1-year-old baby, or one of them. And they seem to be heading in a, what's the direction? They seem to be heading in a southerly direction. But we're going to send you to Cedric now while we follow up on these tracks.
All right, everybody, we've got this lioness. Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to get in here. She's crossed into Juma, and I'm really going off-roading here. Mossy is now becoming really bossy here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, my word. And I'm trying to see exactly which line this is. It looks like one of the young Nkuhuma females. Just want to double check. And she's been contact calling. Apparently, she's been contact calling a lot, quite a bit. Oh, she's going to come. She's going to rest a bit there. A nice little spot for her as well on top, because you know when you elevate it on top of a termite mound like this, at least you can listen out. Especially that she's been contact calling for maybe the rest of the pride. Now she's nicely on a spot here. Isn't she beautiful? You're right there, Paul. Do you think I must go a little bit forward?
Yeah, you can.
A little bit, just to get those little grasses out the way. All right. So. I don't think I'm going to get from my side here now. Yeah. From mine, yeah, it's going to be terrible. Candace? Yes, no, I am so chuffed about this. Saturday, Caturday has now officially. Jules, yes, a copy, thanks. I've got her, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for pulling out.
All right, 100%. Thanks so much. Yeah, she's just gone Shidulu, yeah, and yeah, thanks. No. She's Pazulu Shidulu. It's Mafazi Ngala is on top of her Shidulu. Hey, my girl. Oh. All right, Rowan, the best try. You'll have to come on to Weaver's Nest from Gary Main. You come up Weaver's Nest, maybe come up like about 30-40 meters up. There's that open clearing on the eastern side. Come east into the block. All right, so I'm just trying to let... She's looking at me funny, huh? She was there. But now she's hey, my girl. No, because of all the males around, you got the plain camps males, the Kambula males, a couple of coalitions that's moved into this area over the last few months, and it has really caused quite a disruption in the Nkuhuma pride. So the Nkuhuma pride has now really kind of split up a little bit. Some females are busy mating with the plain camp males. Some of them have moved, all scattered all over the place. Now this is exactly what's happening here. So now you've got this young female, and all of a sudden she's alone. She's contact calling. She's trying to locate the rest of her pride, and but they can pick up on the rest very quickly. It doesn't take too long, and she'll pretty much pick up on the rest of them contact, responding back to her. And then she will head into that area. But for now, she heard something there. What did you hear, Michael? Maybe there might be other lions around this area. You never know, because she was on a mission from Chitwa Dam to where we are now. In a matter of, say about an hour. She moved very, very quickly. Then we'll have to go a little bit forward. I've got a nice view from where I am. With the sun, yeah. A little bit. Ile. That's going to be the best we're going to get for now. She's fast, so you could even drive right past here on one of these roads. You will not even know that she's up on this termite mound. And blending in nicely with the surroundings here, that tawny color. She came up on this termite mound and she just fell asleep so quick. But yeah, as I said, there's a lot of so the dynamics of the lions has been quite hectic and interesting as well. for all of us to really view on all these lions, all these coalitions coming in. As I said, the Kambula males is a coalition of 4 male lions. They came in with their sister. They've chased these Nkumas around. And prior to the Kambulas, there was another coalition of 2 males known as the Black Dam males. And we thought they were really going to set up shop here. We thought that they're going to be the ones that's going to dominate the northern Sabi sands. But very quickly, the Kambula males came in, 4, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we got 2 male lions called the Plain Camps males. And they've got a territory in the western area of the Sabi Sands. So this is the northern Sabi Sands. They got a territory in the western Sabi Sands, and for some other reason, they've just pushed straight east out of their own territory into this area and chased the Kambulas all over the place, as well as apparently, we suspect that those Plain Camp males did kill one of the females known as Chela from the Nkuma pride, and got hold of 1 or 2 other females and mated with them just now, like recently, like yesterday. So it just shows you that the dynamics have changed up so much over the last, last year. In the last year, it's just been up and down. And I really feel for the Nkuma pride, because the poor females, they all of a sudden they get this confidence in one coalition, thinking, okay, you'll be looking after this territory, you'll be the dominant male. And next moment, no, here comes another coalition in. So for them, it's very, very difficult to kind of, get that confidence in the boys this side. It's like not back in the days, we either had the Mapochos, and then we had the Majingalans, then we had the Matimbas, it was always in a good period of time, 2-3 years. But now it's just been cycling from one coalition to the next. So, yeah, I'm hoping that things do settle down here very soon, with one of the coalitions deciding to say, listen, we are keeping this territory for a while. And I was really hoping it was going to be the Kambula males, because the Kambula males are beautiful, 4 male lions, beautiful boys. So yes. Hannah, it is super interesting, lion dynamics. Sorry, I just want to try and get hold of these guys now. Yeah. You can see now and again she's going to lift her head up, listen out, maybe hoping for...
Africam brings the wild to you. Watch the big 5 at our waterhole cameras. Indulge your passion for birding with the black eagles on the Black Eagle camera, flamingos at Camphors Dam, and penguins at Stony Point. Listen to the soothing sounds of Lisbon Falls, or witness animals up close at Cat-Eye Pan. Imagine you're at the hide at Aldonyo Lodge, gazing at elephants with the majestic Mount Kilimanjaro as your backdrop. Join us at Africam for an extraordinary wildlife adventure.
Are you ready for the adventure of a lifetime? Discover the magic of Africa with Wild Earth Travel. From a big cat safari to a jungle trek with gorillas, picture yourself floating down the Zambezi River or witnessing the breathtaking wildebeest migration. At Wild Earth Travel, we turn your bucket list into reality. Don't just dream it, live it. Plan your incredible life-changing journey with Wild Earth Travel today. Chatting around the fire is an ancient practice that has connected humanity for centuries, and we want to keep it alive in our modern age. As an explorer, you'll have access to intimate gatherings with our naturalists, fascinating guests, and experts where we share knowledge, insights, and stories around a crackling fire. Rediscover the power of connection. Sign up to be an explorer today and experience the magic of Wild Earth's Fireside Chats.
So she must probably try and maybe rest for a bit here, but I don't think she's going to remain here for the rest of the day. I think she's going to start moving again. I think she's just taking a typical cat nap. I mean, the way she was moving this morning, so it just shows that, you know, maybe she'll feel that if she picks up on any other audio of other lions, then she can at least head into that direction. But for now, she's going to go and have a good old little sleep here. But while we're going to sit here and try and get these other guys into this sighting, I think let's head over to Amakhala and see what Eric is up to.
We've managed to relocate our herd of elephants after a little bit of looking around. I know I said we were going to go back to the place where we found our tracks, but then we actually eventually found the tracks and we followed them, and they are slowly making their way this side. We're just waiting for them. They're going to take a little bit of time because we just left them leaving that road on the far side. They've done almost a bit of a semicircle. I don't know where they went last night, but they definitely must have gone past Löwenbusch Pan, because they were north of the Dune Forest, which is a very interesting place for the elephants to have been. They're not normally there. They were north of the Dune Forest, then they came into the Dune. Well, they came from the east. They went into the northern parts of the Dune Forest. Sorry, I'm just hearing some vocalization. They entered the northeastern side of the Dune Forest, and then they've come down south. They're still heading south. They're still heading like a southeast now. So they've done almost like this semicircle, and then it looks like they're going to start heading back east. And I think they may be in that Hlosi Lodge area this afternoon. I don't think they're going to be moving very fast. I think it took them all night to get to where they are. Obviously, with that little baby, you can't walk very far very quickly. A lot of noise, which is good. And it's getting louder, which is even better. Happy Bread, this is the best time to get to know little. Because here, in about 2 months' time, you're going to see that attitude. Tantrums. Oh my goodness, the little tantrums. The 1-year-olds, they throw tantrums with each other, they constantly fighting with each other and pushing each other around. Now that brings another question into the maybe another baby, because generally speaking, when one baby born, another one should join. We'll leave that one to Mother Nature to decide for us. I find it very difficult to tell whether a female's pregnant or not. And some of the females that I think are pregnant may be a little too old to give birth, like Cooper. She's 47. Didn't need to be, not 47. How old is Cooper? She's in her late 40s. She's 49. Next year she will be 50. Yeah. Cooper's 49. So she's a little old to be having babies, as are most of the all three of the matriarchs. Because Letitia, she's 43, and then Baluleka is 46. We're going to send you now to Steve while we just play the patience game here. I don't mind doing it.
Thanks, Eric. Well, good luck finding your baby. We moved on from our young female. We're going to go back there. We just thought we'd come and check the western side of this open area. We found a herd that's very vigilant. There's one male with them. There's another male 80 meters or so over there. I'm not sure if they're vigilant because of the two males or because there's been a leopard somewhere. But it's not uncommon when we find our herd bunched together like this on the one side of the open area that there's been hunting happening on the opposite side. And we're on the western side of that open area now, and that youngster was down towards Gowrie Dam, so you could say towards the eastern side. So almost as if the leopard could have been in the middle of where these two groups are now. And essentially what could have happened is this group could have run and scattered, and the other youngster, maybe being a little bit too close to the leopard at the time, just bolted for its life, survived, and then when it looked up and around, it was isolated and alone. It happens.
Gonna go east on this marijuana.
You see the Fleluri there, Marcello. There we go. Fleluri is the Birchall's cuckoo, also known as the rain bird. It is a predatory bird, part of the cuckoo family, but a resident and a breeding species. Jordan, the director, says it's one of her favorite birds. Until, Jordan, you see it climbing into the nest of another bird and devouring its babies.
I had a breeding pair in my garden for a long while.
Marcel's had a breeding pair in his garden. Ooh. Sorry, those impala started looking towards the Fleluri, but that's because there is another impala there in the bush that got their attention. They've definitely seen something this morning. They are not happy. This individual's like, I'm just playing. I'm just hiding over here. You know, it's that time of day we're supposed to go into the thicket, everybody. That's where we feed when the sun is shining. When you go into the open, when the wind is blowing, doodlebug, it's possible. We did pass a second group south from where we are on this open area. They were completely relaxed, though. Completely relaxed. And this group is quite, you can see their vigilance. They are. You see now that individual coming from the left now, she probably also got isolated. You see, she's also seen a leopard in the last while. And she's like, I don't know. Even this little bit of grass between me and you is a little bit scary. She's going to get to the road and she's going to suddenly increase her speed. Are you ready for it? She's going to join the herd and she's going to be very excited. Oh. There's long grass between me and you. Is there a leopard there? Oh, she can visibly see her starting to relax. Oh, Mama, you're back. Yay. Yay. head down, ears shaking, physically see the stress being eliminated from the body. You know, the flight and fight adrenaline activities get built up into these animals when they get hunted, and it dissipates after a period of time, but while they're in it, and they are ready to explode, they're ready to action, they're ready to pump blood to the organs, digestive system slows down, everything is ready to explode and to escape and to survive. It's natural to go through these stages, but then you have to drop again. Unfortunately, many people live inside the space of constant stress without the alleviation of that stress, and well, that leads to diseases down the line. Okay, well, we're going to stay with our herd and send you the setters with this lioness.
We got her head up now at the moment. She just heard something. She just kind of whipped her head right around. Picked up on something. Slowly but surely looks like she's losing a little bit of interest again. But yeah, just a quick confirmation that this is that young Nkuhuma female. Exactly what I said a little bit earlier on. But this is the one that was on the rocks the other day. And sleeping on the rocks. So there was the 3 of them that we actually had the other day. It was the 2 young females and a young male. Well, clearly they have split up through or due to reasons. I wonder what she's going to do. I wonder if she's not going to try and get up there very soon. Maybe try and look for a little bit of a shadier spot for the morning, because the morning is starting to heat up very nicely. And if she gets up, she's going to walk straight towards us, eh, Paul? Yeah. We're going to have a beautiful moment here. Hey, my girl, you're beautiful. So when I say young female from 2021, that makes her now 3 years old. I'm trying to find out from the other guards exactly where the rest of the Nkuhumas are. No idea. I think I heard somebody say something that they might be in the west. Canine girl, yes, beautiful start to the morning. A lovely female lying on top of a termite mound. There's a fly that is.
Join the Wild Earth YouTube superfan community and unlock a world of additional perks. Get exclusive early access or discounts to Wild Earth travel deals. Wear the best bush attire with merchandising discounts. Enjoy an interactive live monthly private safari. Don't miss out on the ultimate fan experience. Join the YouTube superfan community today. Get ready for an adventure of a lifetime. Wild Earth Travel is proud to launch a brand new grand tour. Backed by popular demand, join us for an unforgettable experience where you'll meet Wild Earth presenters from past and present, participate in an exclusive rhino conservation project, and even take a masterclass in wildlife filming. And of course, you'll get up close and personal with your favorite animal characters. Book your spot now and dive into the wild with Wild Earth Travel. Are you looking to take your bond with the wild to the next level? Download our app and access in-depth chats with our naturalists and special guests. Connect and converse in real time on our Ask Me Anythings, fireside chats, hangouts, and town halls. WeChat, available on the Wild Earth app. Wild Earth, we are Safari.
Actually nice just to get at least spend some quality time with her. I don't think Paul and myself mind that at all. Right, well, we are just gonna sit back here and take our time here with this beautiful lioness, and while we do that, let's head back to Eric as he is still there with his favorite animal.
We've got these ellies coming up towards us, but they've taken their sweet time to get up here. They are in no hurry. I'm looking for all tuskless females. I've seen one, Paluleka. I've not seen another. All tusks. I see somebody with fairly swollen mammary glands, but she's got tusks. Looks like a manzi. Now, a manzi would definitely help with the feeding of the little baby, because Ayabonga is her sister. And a manzi also has a baby of her own, and that baby is quite grown up now and weaned off. Imagine it. Somewhere. Slowly feeding as they go. This is typical behavior of elephants in a dense thicket like this. You know, there's food all over. There's no real rush. Take your time. Feed on as much as you can. This is primarily A family and a bit of B. Agatha Christie, I try. You know, like I said, I love these elephants. There's no false alarm. It's Ayanda, Ayanda's baby there. That's the 1 year old. Still very, very much cute. Just bigger. And this baby, not too sure what its name is, and the newborn are going to be good friends, as most of the youngsters are a year apart from each other. Some are 2 years. Gonna get a bit feisty with each other the older they get, though. And the fighting continues even more. Merino twine. So obviously the first 10 ellies that were released on Amakala, they came with their names. but since then it's my understanding that the ones who the guides who find the elephant, the newborn, get to name it after a year, if I'm not mistaken. The name, I mean, we can almost name it now, but I think its name will only be counted as a name after a year. I believe that was the protocol. But, yeah. And most of them are named after the family that they come from. So A family, B family, C family. Obviously, everybody in A family, A names. Everybody in B family starts with a B. And everybody in C family also starts with a C. Oh, lot of noise. Lot of rustle in the bushes here. So far.
Baby.
Say again? Do you see the baby? So far, no ayabonga. She's hiding from us. She spoiled us yesterday and now she's ignoring us today. It's between, I'd say, Kenanko, maybe Balara, and I'd say Letitia, really. Letitia's probably the one female that, even though she occasionally doesn't enjoy my presence, she's an elephant that I've probably paid more attention to. More attention to for a while, actually. Definitely one of the first elephants I was taught about, because she has the tracker collar on top of her head. Here comes Cooper. Well, we thought it was part of B family. So Dark Main Lover, I think Morgan and I had come up with a name because it looked like a raisin. So we came up with Brazen Raisin. But now it's part of A family, so now we have to rethink.
A brazen.
Morgan said a brazen. Not too sure, really. Got to think about it now. Because, I mean, since we found it, we spent a lot of time thinking about it since we saw it to the end of drive, and now after discovering it's a different female that gave birth to it, now we got to rethink that name. But I don't know if a brain is going to stick. Okay, they look like they're going to start potentially crossing over the road, but there's still some down there. There was a little bit of movement I saw. They've definitely moved. They're definitely moving more south than east. I like this area. This is an area where they can come and, potentially stay for a good 5 hours, 6 hours. Let's send you now over to Steve to see how his drive is going. I think what we're going to do is move a little bit closer.
Thanks, Eric. We've left our open area. We've got some birds up in the tree though. Nice spur fowls. Pair of them. Swanson's spur fowl. We came back towards the dam for one more little look. We saw that female that was a bit skittish. She was now on the other side of the dam, and she was not far from another herd of impala that I think she will eventually catch up with. She's heading in that general direction. There's the Swanson spurfowl, and top left of them is a green pigeon sitting on the log. There we go. A lovely little, oh, there goes the green pigeon. Habitat tree. Nice for a small ground nesting bird to stand high up in a branch and to call, to let the other Swanson spurfowls know that you're alive and this territory is yours. Coming down though is always a little bit tricky. Oh, another one has just joined. It's flown up very gingerly. And they can fly, these birds. I wouldn't say they're the most efficient flyers. They sort of can pump their wings and jump and can take off and get some elevation, but they generally go down after a little bit of altitude. But that's more than enough to avoid a leopard or a caracal or a serval, explode from the bushes and then descend and disappear once again. Very good strategy. But right now, being exposed on the end of these branches is quite a ominous place if a bird of prey decided to come and catch some breakfast. Morning, Sasha. What a beautiful tree, you say. Well, it is a dead tree. I think it was a knobthorn once upon a time. Slowly but surely decomposing. It would have been damaged by elephant ring barking, and then slowly but surely the tree itself got succumbed to disease and wood borers and died. Now, the perfect perch for a spurfowl to call its morning chorus, and probably lots of little cavities for breeding birds and squirrels. Okay, well, we're going to carry on. We're heading east from here, moving out of that area for those female leopard tracks. No joy. Tlalamba was seen last night crossing into Torchwood. So I feel like those tracks are very likely for the young female Laluka. I just know that it's a common thing for Tlalamba to come to that area and move through. But we also know Laluka's hanging around, so
we've come around the corner and, oh, goodness gracious, somebody just...
We should probably prepare to move fairly quickly.
Wild Earth presents Safari Spotlight, your front row seat to the wonders of the wild. Join our expert naturalists each week as they guide you on an unforgettable journey through the heart of nature.
Looks like this female came out here.
What a privilege to be here.
Subscribe to the Wild Earth YouTube channel and never miss a moment of the adventure. Wild Earth, connecting with nature.
Explore the untamed valleys and thickets with Ralph Kirsten.
Beautiful. Oh God.
Or venture into the wild with Eric Barnard.
I will take you to my favorite place to show you my favorite animals, share the best stories, and you'll definitely be able to watch the stars.
There are only 6 places available on each safari. For more information and to secure your seat, contact Wild Earth Travel.
Thank you for joining us and have a fantastic morning.
Did you miss all that? Never fear, you won't have to miss another beat on Wild Earth again with our Catch-Ups channel, where you can rewatch missed safaris and shows whenever you please. Only available on the Wild Earth app.
Thank you for joining us and have a fantastic morning.
He's just going to last view that side. You want to try, Paul, with that other vehicle? Just change it up, I think. Eh? You're good for it. Yeah. All right, I must say. So we're just going to try and change our position here quickly. I do apologize, but they said there's a nice little spot there. So we're just going to go around and see what we can get that side. La 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 la. Oh, I see her tail's wagging. I think it's flicking up off all the flies. Not really, hey? Well, let's see. Maybe. Let me know, Paul. Good? Oh, that's another view from the other side. Wow. You can walk right or drive right past, or walk right past this termite mound. You will not even know that there is a lion that's resting on top here. Nicely camouflaged. Looks like she's very tired. I think she's been moving quite a bit during the night time. Luca, no, I haven't heard her. Have you heard her snoring? No, Luca, she's not snoring at all. I haven't. It's not like Tialele. Tialele is, she's like, how can I say? Yeah, she just snores all the time. I think so she had a bit of an injury due to a snare that was around her neck. So I think that's why she's picked up on that funny, like snoring noises when she lies down. But this female, no snoring this year. Some birdies chirping in the background. You're listening to a Birchall starling. Cedric, 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 Cedric. Even a black-headed oriole. Did you hear that? Maybe we can get a black-headed oriole coming to sit here. No, it sounds quite far. It's got that. Anna Marie, you said you enjoyed the black-headed oriole sighting yesterday. Steve, yes, it'll be nice to see if we can find... Oh, hello. No, don't worry. Yeah, we'll see if we can get another one on screen, but very difficult today with that bird. Doesn't really sit still, and on top of that as well, they're always in thick areas and that, so, but we'll try and see if we can get one. Never know. You never know. Oh, she's even making herself more comfortable. Now, I'm not too sure if the plain camp male lions are still in the west. I haven't heard any updates this morning on what's happening with them, with those Nkuhuma females. You'll find that she'll sleep, pretty much rest most of the day, yeah. If not, she might, if she does hear something, she'll move. But other than that, I think maybe just try and take some time out here and gather some energy for tonight. She has to start moving again and start looking for the rest. Alright, well, we're going to start moving out from this sighting. I think let's head over to Amakhala to see how that elephant sighting is busy playing out there with Eric.
We've got a Letitia here in front of us. She's feeding very peacefully. Hasn't given me any death stares yet. I'd say she's the calmest out of them all, but she's also got the most amount of attitude. Like Baluleka, she's got attitude, but and Cooper as well. But Letitia has it all. A lot of vocalizing coming from within these bushes on our right hand side here. I imagine mom could potentially be with baby there. Now, something that Morgan and I were talking about the other day is like, can you imagine being dropped in an area where there is where you don't know what's going on. You've been dropped in this place, you've been euthanized, not euthanized, sorry. You've been, what's the word I'm looking for? I was about to say darted, that's also not the word to be. You've been sedated, that's the word. Sedated. It's got
that took a turn.
A syringe involved, definitely. You've been sedated and dropped off in this very strange area, and all you hear is elephants crunching bushes around you. Yeah, it took a turn very quickly. I didn't mean to say euthanized. I wanted to say tranquilized. There's Mbalo coming into the road at the back there. We've got Aruleka in front of us here. I thought it was your daughter that gave birth. I was rather hoping it was. There's not very many females in your family. It's just you and your daughter. Got an itchy head. She's playing off here. Are you showing off? Yes. And you are just going to cause trouble, this little one here. No. What are you doing? What's your name? All of these little youngsters, they have the same size trunks, they have the same size ears, they don't have cuts in them. It's very difficult to actually try and figure out who's who. But I'll get it eventually. Oh, Dark Mane Lover, they are so entertaining. There's one of those 1-year-old babies. And you can see that he is that 1-year-old baby because he's, oh my goodness. He's got the use of his trunk.
Something behind us.
Oh goodness.
There's a lot happening.
Miss Cooper, you're not coming down this way. Sorry. We've got an elephant behind us. We've got elephants in front of us. Elephants to the left, elephants to the right.
Is it going to go up an Indy?
No, it's just going to go up an Indy card. Jenna, it's, basically like learning. Oh my goodness. Okay, Letitia. It's like basically learning, studying people in a sense. Because the behavior is the same. And the attitude can also be the same sometimes towards us. Elephants have this strange sort of vibe to them. Anyway, Morgan's about to get a hug from Cooper here. And it seems, sure. This vocalizing hasn't stopped. It's very light vocalizing. It's more like a very, ever so faintly. I want to say it's coming from sounds like a group surrounding a little baby that may be talking to each other. Oh, very strange noise I've just heard.
Sorry, I'm just focusing on this elephant behind me.
You're gonna get a nice cuddle. It is a bit cold. I don't know if a cuddle from an elephant is what's needed. Shame. She's at the back, and I know she's trying to get past us here, but I cannot move any more forward than I already am. And there's no real way past this. Told you she's gonna hug you. My lady, as soon as I get the chance, I will move. I promise. I just can't at this point in time. You see your babies in the road there. Wait. That little baby looked like it's having a time of its life. Look at it. Step on that little thing. So cute. Now he's running away. The thing is that Letitia's right here. Not in front of me, but she's like very close. And
I can concentrate on the sighting now.
Cooper's decided that she's tired of being stuck behind us, and now she's reversed herself and she's taking a different route. Probably going to give me a talking to a little bit later, but
We have an exciting announcement. Wild Earth is launching a YouTube membership program. For a nominal monthly fee, members get an ad-free channel, prioritized questions, early access to videos, and many more perks. You'll get fun features like badges and emojis that'll make you stand out in the chat. YouTube memberships will help us to continue with our mission of connecting people with nature while giving you access to lots of our amazing content.
Are you ready for the adventure of a lifetime? Discover the magic of Africa with Wild Earth Travel. From a big cat safari to a jungle trek with gorillas, picture yourself floating down the Zambezi River or witnessing the breathtaking wildebeest migration. At Wild Earth Travel, we turn your bucket list into reality. Don't just dream it, live it. Plan your incredible life-changing journey with Wild Earth Travel today. Not everyone gets excited to hear a leopard chuff, spot a pangolin, or see a real impala rut. But if you are wild about the wild, you can become part of a community of like-minded nature lovers and share authentic wildlife experiences with the world. Join the Explorers Club and you will also enjoy the many benefits that come with it too. Wild Earth Explorers, it's in your nature.
Mom, it seems not.
When he was still a young guy, he had a blind kids come with a family. I'm not really sure. I think the same experience. We did one or two drives normally.
Slowly starting to move more west now. I think they may have figured out their heading. Because yeah, when we first saw them, it didn't look like they knew what they wanted. Still got, who is that? Is that a yanda?
There. I didn't see that one.
I don't know who it is. No, Cam, it's and it's so heart-fulfilling to be so close to such big animals, you know, and people, you know, like, I have a lot of friends who tell me that I'm crazy for what I do. You know, I get so close to these dangerous animals. I'm like, they're not dangerous. Elephants are not dangerous. Humans make them dangerous. Elephants are calm, docile creatures that occasionally will throw a tantrum, but they don't just throw it for the sake of throwing it. They throw it for a reason, you know? If an elephant gets angry, it's angry for a reason. And it's most of the time it's the rightful reason, but generally they're very calm, docile, laid-back creatures. And that's what I think makes them so special. The fact that they are genuinely gentle giants. Now, we're not sure where Ayabonga is with this little baby, but I'm sure we're going to find her. In the meantime, we're going to send you back up to Steve.
thanks, Eric, and good luck. We hope you managed to catch up with your little baby elephant again, Brazen Raisin. I didn't actually know that about the Amakal elephants, that they were all named after the family that they're in. I knew that they were in families, but I didn't know that that's how their names come about. So Koli must be spelt with a C then. I always thought Koli was spelt with a K. Maybe he's not part of the family because he's a boy. I don't know. Insights, interesting insights. Well, everybody, we've made our way all the way over. Made our way all the way over to the eastern boundary. Just a little scratch around here, see what's happening. Some nice elephant tracks here. I would like to see some ellies myself this morning. I would still like to find out where those two boys went yesterday that were tempted to fight each other. I don't know if we... Khadna last year got two elephant bulls fighting very briefly on the show. We suddenly arrived and we just got these two bulls just bah, 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 and I quickly reversed back and then they just smashed each other like this. It was quite something. It's quite something to witness. How they stab with those tusks. Ah, Koli's spelt with a C. Koli. Koli sounds like a K to me. Just saying. Anyway. Semantics. Semantics. A lovely morning. I nearly took my second jacket off and then I decided not to. There's a little bit of a breeze picking up today. Nice autumn breeze. Quite typical to get these dry breezes in autumn. They really dry everything out. They pull the moisture out of the grasses, the leaves, leading us into winter. Thanks, Itzy. Ellie vibes. Let's see if we can get this wren warbler. Or is that an ediki? Oh, our ambient mic is not working this morning, everybody. We've got a cable issue. We'll carry on. Sorry about that. Okay, well, Eric's enjoying the elephant energy this morning. Let's go check in with them once again.
We've got a baby on the floor here. It's not the baby. It's one of the 1-year-old babies, but yeah. Somebody's throwing dust on them on them bodies. They all just seem to be relaxing here. Now, I think they're trying to warm up here in the sun because it's quite cold outside of the sun. I know I would be. But because they're in the sun, we parked in the shade, so we're freezing ourselves, so. I could see the baby's moving. I mean, its stomach is breathing. I don't don't know what's going on with my words today. Its stomach is moving because breathing, but I cannot see the rest of the body moving. Its eyes are closed, it looks like. Yeah, those eyes are closed, they're not open. Having a little catnap.
Oh, is it you again?
Hello, Cooper. Morgan, Cooper really wants to hug you, bro.
No, I don't know what's happened.
He's really keen on it. If you like Morgan, then you must say so. There's no need to beat around the bush about it. If I need to give you guys space, I'll walk off into the bush. There's Bonga. No, there I can see she's trying to throw sand on it. No, tensions really have raised here in this herd in the last few months. Definitely the last 2 months. And yeah, these elephants have been beating each other up. Oh my goodness. That one's sitting. It will be a bit bright. The only reason we'll be able to see what's going on is if it's overexposed. That little darkness spot. Baby's trying to go back to the steep. Little nap. Trying to push. Trying to push whoever it is that's like in the way there. Move out of my. You on my bed. No, I don't think they'll suckle lying down. To suckle lying down, Mom would have to also have to get down on the floor.
Stop pushing.
She's trying. Hey?
Push the other one away.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, this little baby's not wants to pushing away everybody, but it also looks like that little sub-adult is lying on top of his head. Got him in a chokehold. That's because she is. That baby's underneath.
I know.
That is not good at all. You better move yourself there. You are squishing that poor baby. Oh my. Shame.
Eric, shame. That's nice. Little one sleeping on the ground. I wonder if it's not the same one that Eric had yesterday afternoon. Very possible. I'm not too sure. I'm just guessing now. But yeah, we have pretty much did a lot of hyena tracks up and down there. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, copy. Thanks, Jordan. All right, so as I say, we've done the eastern boundary a little bit up Cheetah Cut Line. I'm on Central, heading straight towards Skari Dam. I know Steve is also working in this little area as well. So we just got to double check. Yeah, maybe we get lucky with that leopardess around this side. But as I said, there's a lot of hyena tracks going straight on this road. I'm going to see if we get any luck here. I'm maybe some elephants, maybe a giraffe. Maybe get that African hawk eagles that we had yesterday. That was nice. I enjoyed the African hawk eagles. I love them. It's such stunning birds. Beautiful. I just love their ways and the patterns. As I said, they look like fighter jets, ready for hunts. Groot jagarend, as I say in Afrikaans. Big hunting eagle. Ooh. Sorry, I thought I saw a blue pansy. A blue pansy is a butterfly. Now to get this onto screen. No, I'm not going to mention that. Don't worry. Thanks, Jordan. I'll see if we can get the pansy. Paul, where did it go? Usually we find the yellow pansies here, like the butterflies, but I'm sure I saw the blue pansy here now. No, it's gone.
This is On Safari.
Get ready for an adventure of a lifetime. Wild Earth Travel is proud to launch a brand new grand tour. Backed by popular demand, join us for an unforgettable experience where you'll meet Wild Earth presenters from past and present, participate in an exclusive rhino conservation project, and even take a masterclass in wildlife filming. And of course, you'll get up close and personal with your favorite animal characters. Book your spot now and dive into the wild with Wild Earth Travel. Do you sometimes imagine what Wild Earth would be like without adverts? A chance to properly immerse yourself in nature without any interruptions. Sign up to be an explorer for a small monthly fee and you can truly escape into the wilderness. Ad-free viewing is now available on our app as well as on our website. Wild Earth, it's in your nature.
I think from Jan to Feb, I've had fantastic sightings. So when it comes to sightings, it's, it's actually throughout the year, but, if it's all in all for a safari experience, I say August, September, October. Hey, and Paul? Yeah. It's nice that time. Mm. A lot of little birds here. All right, I'm just going to see here quickly, Paul. There's a lot of, it sounds like rattling testiculars. Maybe there in front there on that tree, I think it'll be a little bit easier. Let's just quickly get my binocs out. I just want to see. Just... rattling testiculars. Always got that chee 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 chee. Sounds like a computer game. It's right on top there. We had a little bird party going down here, but now there's another one up there somewhere. I think it's just taken off. It's the only thing with these small little birds. Oh, there's a chagra on the ground on the road. See the chagra. Most beautiful, one of the nicest calls around. A chagra. I want to see. You got it there, is it gone?
Gone.
Look like a black crowned chagra, that a bit larger. All right, let's move on. Well, actually, you want to listen to the black crowned chagra. Okay, ready? Black crowned chagra. It's got a beautiful call. And Paul's dancing at the back there. All right, so let's go to Steve. Yeah, let's head over to Steve.
Last one I said, it's not easy to get the chagras on camera. But yes, everyone, we're in autumn. Approaching winter, and we've still got water in these mud wallows. Now that wallow that we showed you earlier that was dry, it looked very much like this not so long ago. It only takes one herd of elephant to come through to drink it all up, to wallow it all up. But these little pans, seasonal pans, are very commonplace in our summer months. They are very good breeding sites for many of our migratory sort of aquatic birds. None of them should be breeding right now. It's a bit late, but they time all that breeding with the seasons, with the rainfall. But having these out of season rains like we did now when I was here last week, we had that rain pull in. It's great for the vegetation. The grass doesn't mind that it's raining late. The trees don't mind either. They might all bloom a little more and flower a little more. But it makes water through the landscape abundant, and that enables many of our animals that are secretive and hiding away to have access to water. And well, if they're on a kill somewhere nearby, very difficult to find. Now the vegetation around here, if we just go out a little, you'll notice is quite tall, some of it. We're not far from the river. There's the river in the background by those tall trees, the Mulwati drainage. And so these natural pans occurring down on the bottom of the landscape are very, very common. Niels, the beauty of nature, indeed. Are very, very common to have these pans at the bottom of the landscape with the guarri bushes here, bits of salt from the top to the bottom, as well as the nutrients. The vegetation along the riverine area is normally quite dense and quite thick, and elephants are instrumental in opening them up, creating pathways through. But at the same time, you can also lose an entire herd of elephant in there, as well as a leopard if you were following one. Perfect habitat. Nice and peaceful morning. So it's very uncommon to see this pan full at this time of year. And quiet. You'd expect there to be a few more birds milling around. Okay, and with that we're going to carry on down into our river. Lionel, it does take practice. It's a lot more helpful live. You know, we get them on camera all the time, but whether they stay there or not is another story. Some birds sit a lot longer. The little skulky birds that like the chagras and the like that just, the bush shrikes that move through the bushes, they don't sit in one place for very long. Their type of feeding is one of gleaning or physically moving through the vegetation to hunt. So the bird's easier to put on camera, those who like to do the...
Africam brings the wild to you. Watch the big 5 at our waterhole cameras. Indulge your passion for birding with the black eagles on the Black Eagle camera, flamingos at Camphor's Dam, and penguins at Stony Point. Listen to the soothing sounds of Lisbon Falls, or witness animals up close at Cat-Eye Pan. Imagine you're at the hide at Oldonyo Lodge, gazing at elephants with the majestic Mount Kilimanjaro as your backdrop. Join us at Africam for an extraordinary wildlife adventure.
Explore the untamed valleys and thickets with Ralph Kirsten.
Beautiful. On guard.
Or venture into the wild with Eric Barnard.
I will take you to my favorite place to show you my favorite animals, share the best stories, and you will definitely be able to watch the stars.
There are only 6 places available on each safari. For more information and to secure your seat, contact Wild Earth Travel.
Did you know that the Wild Earth team makes weekly behind the safari content? Would you like to get to know the Wild Earth family better? See how we live.
This is Igor's bedroom.
Learn about our production process. And see the antics that happen off camera. Sign up to be an explorer and you will get access to all this content and more.
You see now. Niels, the beauty of nature is, it's astounding. It really is. And it's so heart-filling, it really is. When you get so in touch with nature, you should generally be able to appreciate moments like this.
So they're starting to come.
I can see there's one slowly starting to come in our direction. So we and I think maybe 3 other guides have seen this little baba, and there's another guide here who we're trying to also get to try and see it. I mean, we saw it now, so we called him back, but I'm looking at him now and I don't think he sees it. Well, Mom's probably hiding the little baby, but also when I saw Mom first, I had to almost get off the car to actually identify, and then I figured out it was her.
So the ones there, just keep an eye on the road.
Something's gonna happen.
I'll I'll watch here.
I don't know where it's going to happen. But yeah, so Morgan's watching to the left-hand side here, and I'm watching straight ahead of us just in case, because I can see there's a bush that's starting to move there. And we're not missing this. I feel like it's going to be very quick because they're going to dash across the road.
I'm just watching for Cooper.
Morgan's also watching for Cooper because, yay, she's persistent this morning. At least we now know who Morgan's secret admirer is.
Not so secret.
Well, it's not so secret anymore, but...
Oh. Set some boundaries.
Yeah. So Jordan says that Morgan might have to have a little sit down with Cooper and discuss this relationship, discuss boundaries. Okay, here we go. I see how Letitia's about to cross the road there.
I don't know where to face the camera.
She's feeding in the middle of that little path there. I don't think she's in the way there still. We've got Ayanda here.
Who's that?
And who's this? Oh, no. Yeah, the Cooper. No, that was not Cooper. That was Letitia. My mistake. It's coming. It's coming. We'll definitely see Mom first. I just hope Mom doesn't jump across the road as quickly as Letitia did. Because then we'll miss the bit. Who's that over there? A Nati. Is that a Nati? Could you guys hurry up and come and feed in front of us or something like that? Like what? I mean, I love playing the patience game, but we've been playing it the whole day, the whole morning. I'll still be patient. Why does she move off so quickly like that? I don't know. Morgan is adamant that these elephants are baiting us in the wrong direction and that the baby is in another location. That's what it's been like. Well said, Darcy. Well said. Oh, Morgan's going to have to really watch out now. The elephant's behind Ayanda here. I think actually, no, it's not Ayanda, it's a Manzi. I thought it was. Those tusks did look like they were. The elephant's behind a Manzi there, I think, is Ayabonga Baba. You know, I've seen baby elephants suckling on mothers who have been more than 6 years old. But generally speaking, it should be about 3 years, 4 years of suckling. Did you see nobody there? I think they're all behind the bushes here. She's been giving us side eye as well. Or she used to. And Letitia's giving one of the other guides in the sighting with us a bit of side eye. And her side eye, like I said, when she gives you attitude, she gives you proper attitude. And the side eye is part of it, so it's very scary. Well, not scary, but it's like, it's nerve-wracking. And like, see, she's getting closer to the road. She's definitely up to something. Elephants, they're really the personality that they hold. She's coming back across the road now. Cheers. You are in a mood today, but I don't think you're in a mood because of us. You're in a mood to do so. Hello? What is your story? What's wrong? No, I don't think Letitia has a crush on Morgan as well. I think Letitia's just being grandmother at this point in time. Oh, sorry, not grandmother, great-grandmother. Because she is. Because, Ayabonga is...
cross now.
She doesn't look cross now, but she...
I think please don't let the baby cross now.
Oh, no. Yes, we don't want that to happen. Ayabonga is Ampalo's baby, and Ampalo's baby is Letitia's baby. So that makes this little bundle of joy a great grandchild. Zinila, I also wonder, like, why do I always get the elephants with the attitude? But it's not always. But, there's been a few. It's either, if it's not Afstat, Corley, Cooper, or a Letitia, nobody will give us sass. So they're giving us sass for the rest of the other elephants as well. You're struggling with that little branch. Okay, no. Looked like you were struggling. Amazing. It's so quiet. We've got the emerald spotted wood doves also in this area making some noise, which is quite nice. Cooper, can you please go and call your granddaughter? Please. Not Cooper, Letitia. Really don't know what the plan is with these elephants and where they want to go. They're all over the place. They literally crossed over this road. We watched them come up this road and head off in the direction that we are looking now, which is east. Then they started to come back. Then they went further.
Join the Wild Earth YouTube superfan community and unlock a world of additional perks. Get exclusive early access or discounts to Wild Earth travel deals. Wear the best bush attire with merchandising discounts. Enjoy an interactive live monthly private safari. Don't miss out on the ultimate fan experience. Join the YouTube superfan community today. Are Are you ready for the adventure of a lifetime? Discover the magic of Africa with Wild Earth Travel. From a big cat safari to a jungle trek with gorillas, picture yourself floating down the Zambezi River or witnessing the breathtaking wildebeest migration. At Wild Earth Travel, we turn your bucket list into reality. Don't just dream it, live it. Plan your incredible life-changing journey with Wild Earth Travel today. Stay up to date with the latest happenings at Wild Earth. Discover what goes on behind the scenes and get a weekly recap of the best moments on the channel.
He's got it, and he's straight up a tree.
Sign up to be an explorer and receive our newsletter written just for you and sent straight to your inbox every week. Wild Earth Explorers, a club for people who are passionate about nature.
Thank you for joining us and have a fantastic morning.
I can see this little baby here by, is that a Manzi there? But I know that's not a Manzi's baby. A Manzi's baby's big. It's like 5-6 years old now. And this one is still the 2-year-old. So that's definitely her sister's Baba. And that is Ayanda. A family's doing well with the reproduction side. But Ayanda last year, and now Ayabonga this side, this year. I'm going to send you now up to Cedric, who's also got some elephants with him.
Thank you, Eric, and wow, everybody, this is one of the biggest males I've seen here on Djuma for a very long time. Thick tusks, but just the body, the head is absolutely huge. And the other few males is following. It's not too far behind this male, but he is big. Look at this. Look at his head, just the size of his head. Oh my word. But he's not in must, luckily not. He's very relaxed. If I have to really age a male like this, for easy, maybe close to about 50 years old. Indentations are deep and just the size. Julia, yeah, no, this is holy moly a moment this, because yeah, he is very, very big, and he's just behind here now, just enjoying some food, but there's like another 2 or 3 other males that will be following him, so, but we will try and take a look at them just now. But for now, let's enjoy this guy. As I say, his tusks are at least twice the thickness of my arms. Well, it's the same size as some paws.
Yes.
Look at this. Oh, and very gentle, as I say, not in must say, he's not aggressive at all. He's just ambling along here and enjoying all the leaves and the branches. Alka, yeah, beautiful souls. They do have beautiful souls, these elephants. I can see he's just taking his time. I can imagine, I would love to sit down and with this elephant and actually get all the stories that this elephant has experienced here in the Greater Kruger Park. Can just imagine. Just snapping it off like a toothpick. It's so nice to have some males coming through here again like this. Pangolins galore, yeah, he is very majestic. Big body, big head, thick trunk. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, off he goes. I think he's going to look for something else to feed on. He goes, and you'll find younger ones that'll follow him. So I guess he'll be like the I can say the one to follow. A lot of the younger ones will kind of gain experience from this older male. Just look at those shoulders. Thick neck, beautiful, tall shoulders, nice height. Beautiful specimen. We've got other ones coming. Oh, we've got another big one coming here. Another big boy here. Dee-dee-dee-oo. He's just there in the shade, but that's a stunning one. I'm gonna wait for him to pass by here. Anna Marie, for sure. We have been very fortunate on elephant sightings. I remember actually, funny enough, I think it was last year. We went through like a bit of a stage where, we saw males, 1, 2, 3 males now and again in the area, but never really like the herds and that. And and it happened for quite a few, like a month or two. But now all of a sudden, this year it's just been elephants. Almost every single day there's been elephants around, and that's fantastic. Good, they're moving through. Look, I think the last census was taken in 2021 with elephant population here in the Greater Kruger Park, and that was sitting between 25 to 30,000 elephants here in the Greater Kruger Park, which is quite a bit. It's a lot of elephants. But the Greater Kruger Park being 2.2 million hectares big, the carrying capacity for this park for elephants is around about, they say it's about 12 to 13,000 elephants, the carrying capacity, but that carrying capacity numbers is for drought, drought time, in other words, dry times. So in other words, if you've got normal rain, your normal kind of seasons going through the rain and all that, I'm sure you can add another maybe 2,000 elephants on top of that 13,000. So say 15,000 elephants that the park can withstand. But if you've got 25 to 30,000 elephants now a year, and that was the last census, as I said, 2021, look, yes, we are sitting with too many elephants, almost double the number. but it's still not a huge train smash if you're looking at places like Botswana, for instance. I mean, they say Chobe and Maremi should be carrying capacity there is about 35,000 elephants, and I think there at the moment is over 100,000. So it can just shows you the numbers in other parks is way greater compared to, you know, the Greater Kruger National Park. And that's why they closed a lot of man-made waterholes down. I think there was from 2007. I think from then on they closed quite a few man-made waterholes down in the Kruger Park, and just to help actually reduce the number of elephants. And how that works, it's a lot of the studies says that if you, especially with, of course, with females, if there's not enough water around, those females tend to rather not go into heat that easily and so as quickly as if there is a lot of water around, and you know, then it's easier for them. So I think it was a kind of a project that was going to work for maybe 15-20 years to see how, you know, how slowly does the elephant numbers increase due to less water. So how that's going, I'm not too sure. All right, well, we're going to slowly start heading back to our camp area and take a look maybe at Gowrie Dam. Let's head over to Eric.
We're still here waiting for that madam to move. She's sleeping. She's been sleeping there for the last 10 minutes or so. But behind her is Ayabonga. There's another sub-adult there, and most likely the baby. I don't think Amanzi's in the way, but I definitely think if Amanzi starts moving, everyone else might follow. Everyone seems to slowly start heading north-ish. I think this is the block thing, and I want to stay in here for the rest of the day. Strange clouds moving in. It was supposed to be a clear day. We've got some overcast coming in. I don't see it actually on the horizon, so it looks like this may just pass through, and hopefully it doesn't cause too many problems. Now, I made the mistake of thinking that I heard menstrual cycle, not menopause. The elephants don't go through menopause. You know, generally they live to the ages of 60, 65. The older they get doesn't necessarily mean it decreases their chance of being able to have a baby. They can still have babies, even past that age. So unlike us, they don't go through menopause. I find it pretty cool though. Can have a very oldish female, and she can still give birth. I think she's fallen asleep again. Her ears are falling forward and her head is dipping. Now, this would be a perfect time to sleep. Take a little nap. You know, elephants only sleep up to 2 hours of the day. 2 hours of the day. The rest of the day is spent feeding. Spent feeding and destruction. I don't remember the last time I saw an elephant sleeping like this. very cute. It's very funny to watch. What a sombre. No, not sombre, but it's a southern bobo. Southern bobo and that turtle dove going off now. There, it's my pleasure. I just misheard the question. I thought I heard it right, but no, I was very, very, very wrong. Still sleeping?
We should probably prepare to move fairly quickly.
Wild Earth presents Safari Spotlight, your front row seat to the wonders of the wild. Join our expert naturalists each week as they guide you on an unforgettable journey through the heart of nature.
Looks like this female came out here.
What a privilege to be here.
Subscribe to the Wild Earth YouTube channel and never miss a moment of the adventure. Wild Earth, connecting with nature. Get ready for an adventure of a lifetime. Wild Earth Travel is proud to launch a brand new grand tour. Backed by popular demand, join us for an unforgettable experience where you'll meet Wild Earth presenters from past and present, participate in an exclusive rhino conservation project, and even take a masterclass in wildlife filming. And of course, you'll get up close and personal with your favorite animal characters. Book your spot now and dive into the wild with Wild Earth Travel.
All aboard the SS Wild Earth for 3 nights of oceanic exploration. Trishada Naidu will be your trusty captain.
Just take that in for a moment.
As we delve deep into the blue abyss. Explorers and YouTube members, grab your wetsuits, snorkels and goggles and jump aboard for commotion in the ocean.
Gone onto the next one, but they're very, very loud and they make a lot of noise, which is quite nice because it's a nice noise. Now, I just wonder how long these guys are going to snooze here for. Because the rest of the herd, like I said, they're all moving. They don't want to get left behind. I'm also quite curious is just to find out how many are actually in that little group up the top there. I'd also, Pangolins Claw, I think I'd also be quite happy to eat for the rest of the day and only sleep for 2 hours. Problem is, I like my sleep. And I like my sleep maybe a bit too much. So I don't know if I'm ready to give it up. That good 66 to 8 hours a night. Oh, that sounds so good. But yeah, sometimes 2 hours. A quick 2-hour nap is all that you need sometimes. Oh, there's a bit of flatulence that's just happened at the back there. Okay, bit of movement now. Bit of dust bathing. I'm hoping and praying. Just once. I mean, been following you the whole of the whole time, and now you're just chilling, you're relaxing the whole time. But I can see the eyes are opening now. I think I saw an eyelash move. Okay, the ears are starting to flap. That's good news. But elephants, we have 3 minutes to the end of drive. 3 minutes to share your baby. Otherwise, we're going to have to come back to you this afternoon. Oh, she's heard that. It's probably the most little bit of movement we've got from her. It was, Annalie, it's been great. I've enjoyed this morning. Even though we've only seen our target baby once, it's still been good to see them. Okay, there is some movement there. The body that I saw behind Amanz is now moved, and I can hear some movement. Where are you going to go? Why does it feel like they're going back up now? Okay, that little baby over there, that is the one that was with that, well, it's not a baby, it's a subadult, but that subadult over there. That's the one that is there. Where did you guys go? What a wonderful morning. A peaceful morning it's been. It's been, like I said, it's been an amazing morning. It's been lovely to have everybody on the show, and lovely, once again, lovely to hear all your questions and comments. And we encourage you to do a little bit more. But, like I said, it's been a great morning, and we'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock for our sunset safari, and then again at before that at 2:30 for our on safari on the Saturday. More vocalization, and I think they've moved off. But this is how it is sometimes. You don't always get to see those animals that you want, but it means we're going to have to come out and try again this afternoon. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you this afternoon.